Discipline is not just about restriction or rules. It is the key to unlocking your potential and living the life you truly desire. People often confuse discipline with limitation, but in reality, it is the opposite. Discipline gives you freedom, the freedom to choose your path, to rise above your circumstances, and to achieve greatness. Without discipline, dreams remain just dreams and goals stay out of reach. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And once you understand its power, your life will never be the same. The truth about discipline is that it demands sacrifice, and sacrifice isn't always easy. It means waking up earlier than everyone else, even when you don't feel like it. It means saying no to distractions, no to comfort, and no to excuses. When you choose discipline, you are making a commitment to yourself that the life you envision is worth the effort it takes to build. There are going to be days when you're tired, unmotivated, and questioning why you even started. Those are the days when discipline matters the most because it steps in where motivation falls short. Discipline doesn't rely on how you feel, it relies on what you've decided. Many people want the results, success, recognition, and fulfillment, but very few are willing to put in the disciplined effort required to achieve them. They want the glory without the grind. But discipline is what separates the achievers from the dreamers. It's the difference between wishing for something and working for it. And here's the thing, discipline doesn't just help you achieve your goals, it transforms you into the kind of person who can sustain them. Achieving success is one thing, but staying successful is another. Discipline builds the habits and the character necessary to not only reach your destination, but to thrive once you get there. At its core, discipline is about making choices, small, seemingly insignificant choices that compound over time. Every time you choose to stick to your routine, to practice, to study, to resist temptation, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. You might not see the results immediately, but over time, those consistent choices add up. Discipline teaches you patience. It teaches you that progress is not always immediate, and that the most worthwhile achievements are those that take time and effort. There's a misconception that discipline is a rigid, joyless way of living, but the opposite is true. Discipline creates space for joy because it helps you avoid the chaos that comes with a lack of focus. When you're disciplined, you have clarity. You know what you're working towards, and you're not wasting time on distractions or meaningless pursuits. You don't have to live in the stress of procrastination or regret because you've already done what needed to be done. Discipline allows you to take control of your life, and with that control comes a sense of freedom and peace. It's important to recognize that discipline doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean you'll never make mistakes or that you'll always stick to your plan. Discipline is about consistency, not flawlessness. It's about showing up more often than not and being willing to start again when you fall short. The beauty of discipline is that it's forgiving. Every day, every moment is an opportunity to choose discipline, no matter what happened yesterday. Another powerful aspect of discipline is how it builds confidence. When you set a goal and follow through, you begin to trust yourself. You prove to yourself that you're capable of doing hard things, of overcoming obstacles, of sticking to your word. That trust in yourself is invaluable. It spills over into every area of your life, empowering you to take on bigger challenges and to dream even bigger dreams. Discipline is not just about what you do, it's about who you become. Discipline also forces you to prioritize. It helps you determine what's truly important and what's not. When you're disciplined, you stop wasting time and energy on things that don't serve your goals or your purpose. You become laser-focused on what matters. And that focus is a game changer. Instead of being pulled in 100 different directions, you can channel your energy into the things that truly matter, the things that bring you closer to your vision for your life. The truth is, discipline is a gift you give yourself. It might not feel like a gift at first. It might feel like hard work, like sacrifice, like struggle. But as you practice discipline, you'll start to see the benefits. You'll see how it frees you from the chaos of indecision, from the burden of procrastination, from the frustration of unfulfilled potential. You'll see how it opens doors you never thought possible and how it helps you become the person you were always meant to be. Discipline is not about punishment, it's about preparation. It's preparing yourself for the opportunities that will come your way, so when they do, you're ready. It's about building the strength, the resilience, and the focus you need to turn your dreams into reality. And while discipline might feel like a challenge at times, it's also deeply empowering. It reminds you that you are in control of your life, that you have the power to change your circumstances, and that you are capable of greatness. Failure is one of the most misunderstood experiences in life. Many people fear it, avoid it, or feel ashamed when they face it. But the truth is, failure is not the end, it's part of the process. It's not something to run from, it's something to embrace. Failure isn't a permanent mark on your record, it's a necessary step on the path to success. No one achieves greatness without encountering failure. Every breakthrough, every triumph, every moment of glory is built on a foundation of failed attempts, mistakes, and lessons learned. Once you begin to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, your perspective on life will change forever. The most valuable lessons in life often come disguised as failure. When you fail, you're forced to confront your weaknesses, your blind spots, and the areas where you need growth. Failure has a way of revealing the truth about where you are and what you need to do to get to where you want to be. It strips away illusions and forces you to face reality. And while that might be uncomfortable, it's also one of the most powerful ways to grow. Without failure, there's no learning. Without learning, there's no progress. Failure is the teacher you didn't ask for but desperately need. What's incredible about failure is how it shapes your character. Success can make you feel good, but failure is what builds resilience. It's easy to keep going when everything is going well, but what about when things fall apart? That's when your true strength is revealed. Failure forces you to dig deep, to find the courage to stand back up, and to keep moving forward even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's through failure that you develop grit, determination, and perseverance, the qualities that set apart those who succeed from those who quit. One of the biggest lessons failure teaches is humility. When you fail, you realize that you don't have all the answers, that you're not invincible, and that there's always room to grow. Humility is not about thinking less of yourself, it's about recognizing that you're a work in progress. Failure humbles you in the best way possible. It reminds you that success is not guaranteed, that it takes effort, and that every step forward requires hard work and dedication. This humility keeps you grounded, focused, and open to learning. Failure also teaches you creativity. When your initial plan doesn't work, you're forced to think outside the box. You start to look for alternative solutions, to experiment, and to innovate. Some of the greatest inventions and breakthroughs in history were born out of failure. When Thomas Edison was inventing the light bulb, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each of those so-called failures brought him closer to success. Failure sparks creativity because it challenges you to find a way when there seems to be no way. Another remarkable thing about failure is how it strengthens your resilience. Every time you fail and get back up, you become stronger. You learn that setbacks are temporary, that pain is temporary, and that quitting is never the answer. Failure teaches you to endure, to keep going even when the path is hard, and to believe in yourself even when the results aren't visible yet. Resilience is like a muscle. You build it by pushing through challenges, by refusing to give up, and by trusting the process. Failure is what gives you the opportunity to build that strength. Failure also gives you clarity. Sometimes when you fail, it's life's way of redirecting you. It's not always about what you did wrong sometimes, it's about pointing you toward what's right. Failure forces you to reassess, to reflect, and to realign your goals. It helps you see what truly matters, what's worth fighting for, and what's not. Failure can close one door but open another one that's better suited to your purpose and potential. The beauty of failure is that it's temporary. It feels permanent in the moment, but it's not. Failure is only final if you stop trying. The most successful people in the world didn't avoid failure, they pushed through it. They understood that every failure was a step closer to success. They didn't let one setback define them or discourage them from moving forward. They kept going because they knew that failure wasn't the end of the story, it was just a chapter. Failure also brings perspective. It helps you appreciate success when it comes. If everything came easy, you wouldn't value it. You wouldn't understand the significance of what you've achieved. Failure reminds you that success is earned, not given. It deepens your gratitude and makes the victory all the more meaningful. And perhaps most importantly, failure gives you a story. Everyone loves a comeback story, and failure is what gives you the chance to create one. Your failures don't define you, your response to them does. When you overcome failure, you inspire others to do the same. Your story of perseverance becomes a beacon of hope for those who are struggling, showing them that failure isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Failure is a part of success because it teaches, shapes, and strengthens you in ways success never could. It's not something to fear, but something to embrace. Each failure is a lesson, a step forward, and a chance to become better. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying, and as long as you keep going, every failure becomes a stepping stone to the success that's waiting for you. The people you surround yourself with play a critical role in shaping who you are and the direction your life takes. Your circle of friends, colleagues, mentors, and even family members has the power to influence your thoughts, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. Human beings are social creatures, and no matter how independent we strive to be, we are affected by the energy, values, and behaviors of those closest to us. The saying, "You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," holds a deep truth. If you're serious about building a meaningful life and achieving your goals, you need to be intentional about the company you keep. Your circle influences the way you think. If you surround yourself with people who are always complaining, doubting, or focusing on the negatives, it becomes easy to adopt a similar mindset. Negative energy is contagious, and before you know it, their limiting beliefs can start to seep into your thoughts, affecting the way you see the world and your potential. On the other hand, if your circle is made up of people who are ambitious, optimistic, and solution-focused, their energy inspires you to think bigger and believe in your own capabilities. They encourage you to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. The right circle challenges you to grow and think beyond your comfort zone, helping you adopt a mindset of success and resilience. The people in your life also shape your habits. If you're constantly around people who prioritize short-term gratification over long-term growth, it can be difficult to maintain the discipline necessary for success. For instance, if your circle is filled with individuals who spend their time partying or procrastinating, you might find yourself falling into those patterns as well, even if you have bigger goals. Conversely, if you are surrounded by people who are disciplined, hardworking, and committed to their goals, their habits rub off on you. You'll be inspired to adopt similar behaviors, whether it's waking up early, staying consistent in your work, or making healthier choices. Habits are powerful, and having a circle that models good ones can fast-track your progress. Your circle also determines your level of accountability. The right people won't let you settle for mediocrity. They'll call you out when you're slacking and hold you to the standard you've set for yourself. They'll remind you of your goals when you're tempted to give up and push you to keep going, even when it's hard. True friends and mentors don't just cheer you on, they challenge you. They see your potential, sometimes even before you do, and they won't let you shrink away from it. On the other hand, a circle that tolerates or even encourages complacency does you no favors. If no one around you cares about their own growth, they're unlikely to care about yours either. Without accountability, it's easy to drift through life without ever reaching your full potential. The values of your circle also play a significant role in shaping your future. If the people around you value honesty, integrity, hard work, and kindness, those values are likely to become central to your life as well. You'll find yourself striving to live up to those standards because they're reinforced by the people you respect and admire. However, if your circle operates on negativity, selfishness, or dishonesty, it's difficult to stay true to higher principles. Over time, you might find yourself compromising your own values to fit in or avoid conflict. Surrounding yourself with people who embody the values you aspire to is essential if you want to live a life that aligns with your purpose. Your circle also impacts your emotional well-being. Supportive, encouraging, and positive people make it easier to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. They're the ones who uplift you when you're struggling, celebrate your victories, and remind you of your worth even on your worst days. They create a safe space where you can be yourself while still striving to be better. In contrast, a toxic circle drains your energy and leaves you feeling emotionally exhausted. Whether it's constant criticism, manipulation, or a lack of genuine support, toxic relationships make it harder to focus on your goals and stay emotionally grounded. Protecting your peace starts with choosing the right people to let into your life. Another way your circle shapes your future is through opportunities. The people you surround yourself with can open doors you never even knew existed. They can introduce you to new ideas, connect you with influential individuals, and expose you to opportunities that align with your goals. Being in the right circle can expand your network and elevate your thinking. But the opposite is also true. A stagnant or negative circle can limit your vision and keep you from seeing what's possible. If no one in your circle is striving for more, it becomes harder to believe that you can. Being around ambitious, forward-thinking individuals reminds you that there's more out there to achieve and experience. Ultimately, your circle shapes not only your present but also your future. It affects your mindset, habits, values, and opportunities, as well as your emotional and mental well-being. Every interaction you have, every conversation, every piece of advice or criticism you receive plays a role in forming the person you become. You might not have control over every circumstance in your life, but you do have control over who you allow into your inner circle. It's one of the most important decisions you can make, because the people you surround yourself with will either lift you up or hold you back. If you choose wisely, your circle will not only shape your future, but help you create the one you truly want. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most critical steps toward personal growth and success. It is the recognition that your life, with all its ups and downs, is ultimately in your hands. While circumstances, people, and external forces may play a role in shaping your experiences, how you respond to them is entirely your choice. Taking responsibility means owning your decisions, your actions, and their outcomes, both the good and the bad. It's about refusing to blame others for your shortcomings and embracing the power you have to create the life you want. When you take responsibility for your life, you empower yourself to make changes. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others for your struggles. You might blame your parents for how you were raised, your employer for not giving you opportunities, or your partner for your unhappiness. But when you focus on blaming others, you give away your power. You're essentially saying that your happiness and success depend on someone else's actions, not your own. This mindset keeps you stuck because it places the solution to your problems outside your control. Taking responsibility shifts that perspective. It allows you to recognize that, while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond and move forward. Taking responsibility also means acknowledging your mistakes. No one is perfect, and everyone makes errors in judgment from time to time. But it's what you do after those mistakes that matters most. Blaming others, making excuses, or pretending the mistake didn't happen only delays your growth. Instead, taking responsibility means admitting when you're wrong, learning from the experience, and making a conscious effort to do better next time. It's not about beating yourself up or dwelling on your failures. It's about using them as opportunities for growth. Every mistake carries a lesson, and when you take responsibility for your role in it, you position yourself to learn and improve. Another aspect of taking responsibility for your life is letting go of the victim mentality. It's tempting to see yourself as a victim of circumstances, someone who has been wronged, mistreated, or dealt a bad hand. While it's true that life isn't always fair, and that people can hurt or betray you. Dwelling in a victim mindset only keeps you stuck in the past. When you see yourself as a victim, you're constantly looking for someone or something to blame. You focus on what's been done to you rather than what you can do to change your situation. Taking responsibility means shifting your focus from what happened to what you can do about it. It's about refusing to let your past define your future and reclaiming your power to create a better life. Responsibility also requires self-awareness. You can't take charge of your life if you don't understand your own behaviors, patterns, and choices. It means being honest with yourself about where you're falling short and where you need to grow. Self-awareness allows you to identify the habits, beliefs, and attitudes that are holding you back. It's about asking yourself tough questions. Are you procrastinating? Are you making excuses for why you can't achieve your goals? Are you relying on others to solve problems you should be addressing yourself? Taking responsibility means being willing to confront these truths, even when they're uncomfortable, and committing to making the necessary changes. Taking responsibility for your life also involves setting clear goals and taking intentional actions to achieve them. It's not enough to hope for a better future, you have to actively work toward it. That means making decisions with purpose, staying consistent in your efforts, and holding yourself accountable. It's about understanding that your success isn't determined by luck or chance, but by the choices you make every day. Even small, consistent actions can lead to significant changes over time. Taking responsibility means recognizing that you are the architect of your life, and every decision you make contributes to the bigger picture. A critical part of taking responsibility is accepting that life is unpredictable, and not everything will go according to plan. There will be challenges, setbacks, and failures along the way. But responsibility means refusing to let those obstacles define you. It's about maintaining resilience and adapting to the circumstances rather than giving up or blaming others. It's understanding that while you can't control every situation, you can always control your attitude and your effort. Life's challenges are inevitable, but how you handle them is what sets you apart. Taking responsibility for your life also impacts your relationships. When you take ownership of your actions, you build trust and respect with others. People appreciate honesty and accountability. They value those who are willing to admit their mistakes and take steps to make things right. Taking responsibility in your relationships means not only owning your actions, but also respecting others' perspectives and working collaboratively to solve problems. It's about being a reliable and dependable person, someone others can count on because you take your commitment seriously. Taking responsibility for your life is about embracing the power of choice. Every day you have the opportunity to make decisions that align with your values and goals. You have the choice to let go of what doesn't serve you, to invest in your growth, and to take steps toward the life you want to live. It's about understanding that while you can't control everything, you have more power than you realize. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't face challenges, it means you'll face them head on, with the confidence that you have the ability to overcome them. When you take ownership of your life, you unlock the freedom to create a future that is truly your own. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces for transforming your perspective on life. It shifts the focus from what you lack to what you already have, fostering a sense of contentment and appreciation that can change how you see the world. When you practice gratitude consistently, you begin to realize that even in the midst of challenges, there is something to be thankful for. This shift in perspective doesn't just improve your mood, it reshapes your outlook on life, helping you find peace, joy, and fulfillment regardless of your circumstances. Gratitude begins with the simple act of acknowledging the good in your life. Often people spend so much time focusing on what they don't have or what isn't going right that they overlook the blessings that are already present. It's easy to take things for granted: the roof over your head, the food on your table, the relationships that bring you love and support. But when you start to consciously notice and appreciate these things, your mindset begins to change. Gratitude helps you see that even the smallest joys, like a kind word from a stranger or a beautiful sunset, are reasons to feel fortunate. One of the most transformative aspects of gratitude is how it changes the way you perceive challenges. Life is full of difficulties, and it's natural to feel frustrated, overwhelmed, or even defeated at times. But when you approach those challenges with gratitude, you start to see them in a new light. Instead of viewing obstacles as setbacks, you begin to recognize them as opportunities for growth. Gratitude doesn't deny the pain or difficulty of a situation, it simply allows you to find meaning and value in it. You might be thankful for the lessons a tough experience taught you, or for the strength you discovered in yourself as you navigated it. This perspective doesn't make challenges disappear, but it makes them more bearable and ultimately more rewarding. Gratitude also has a profound effect on your relationships. When you express gratitude toward others, you strengthen the bonds between you. People like to feel appreciated, and when you take the time to acknowledge their efforts, kindness, or presence in your life, it deepens your connection with them. Gratitude fosters a sense of reciprocity and goodwill, creating a positive cycle where appreciation leads to more kindness and support. It encourages you to focus on the good in people, rather than dwelling on their flaws, which can lead to more harmonious and fulfilling relationships. Another way gratitude transforms perspective is by fostering resilience. Life is unpredictable, and everyone faces hardships at some point. Gratitude provides a foundation of positivity and strength that can help you weather life's storms. When you cultivate a habit of gratitude, you train your mind to look for the silver linings, even in tough situations. This doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or pretending they don't exist. It means choosing to focus on what's still good amidst the chaos. This perspective can give you the energy and motivation to keep going, even when things feel overwhelming. Gratitude also shifts your perspective on success and material wealth. In a world that often emphasizes having more money, more possessions, more achievements, it's easy to feel like you're constantly falling short. But gratitude reminds you that true wealth isn't measured by what you own. It's measured by how much you appreciate what you already have. When you practice gratitude, you start to see that happiness doesn't come from external things, but from an internal sense of fulfillment and contentment. This realization can free you from the endless pursuit of more, allowing you to find joy in the present moment. Practicing gratitude regularly can also improve your mental and emotional well-being. Research shows that gratitude can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, as it encourages a focus on positive aspects of life rather than negative ones. When you're grateful, you're less likely to dwell on what's wrong or what's missing, which can help you feel calmer and more at peace. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, helping you recognize that you have enough and that you are enough. Gratitude doesn't just transform how you see your own life, it also changes how you see the world. When you're in a state of gratitude, you're more likely to notice the beauty around you. You start to see the kindness in others, the wonder of nature, and the small miracles that happen every day. Gratitude opens your eyes to the interconnectedness of life and the many ways you are supported, even in ways you might not have realized before. This broader perspective can inspire a sense of awe and wonder, making life feel richer and more meaningful. One of the most remarkable things about gratitude is how accessible it is. You don't need anything external to practice it, it's entirely within your control. Gratitude is a choice you can make every day, no matter your circumstances. Even when life is hard, there's always something to be thankful for, whether it's the support of a loved one, a moment of quiet, or the strength you've shown in facing challenges. By choosing gratitude, you take control of your mindset and your perspective, creating a more positive and fulfilling life. Gratitude is a practice that grows stronger the more you use it. The more you focus on what you're thankful for, the more reasons you'll find to be grateful. It's a self-reinforcing cycle that can transform not only your perspective, but also your entire experience of life. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the good, even when it's easier to focus on the bad. It's a simple yet profound practice that has the power to change how you see yourself, others, and the world around you. When you embrace gratitude, you embrace a life of deeper meaning, greater joy, and unshakable resilience. Faith is one of the most profound forces in the human experience, providing both strength and direction when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. It's more than just belief, it's the foundation that gives you the courage to face challenges and the clarity to move forward, even when the path seems unclear. Faith is the internal compass that helps you navigate through the storms of life, offering resilience in times of difficulty and guiding you toward a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. When you have faith, it becomes a source of strength that empowers you to confront the hardships that inevitably come your way. Life is filled with trials, obstacles, and moments of doubt. In those moments, faith gives you the inner fortitude to press on, even when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. It's the unwavering belief that no matter how tough the journey may seem, there is a higher purpose guiding you through it. Faith allows you to believe in your own resilience, your ability to overcome adversity, and your capacity to learn and grow from every experience. Without this belief, it's easy to become disheartened. But with faith, you can stand firm and face each challenge with determination. Faith also offers direction in times of uncertainty. Life rarely goes according to plan, and when you're faced with difficult choices or unexpected setbacks, it can be hard to know which way to turn. This is where faith plays a pivotal role. It provides you with a sense of direction, even when you can't see the full picture. Faith is like a light in the dark, showing you the next step to take when everything else feels uncertain. It helps you trust that there is a reason behind every challenge, even when it doesn't make sense at the time. With faith, you can move forward with confidence, knowing that you are being led towards something greater, even if the path is not immediately clear. One of the most remarkable things about faith is that it doesn't depend on circumstances. It's not something that fluctuates based on how well things are going in your life. In fact, faith is often most needed during difficult times when everything around you seems to be falling apart. When you have faith, you can find peace in the midst of chaos. You can hold on to hope even when the world around you seems hopeless. Faith reminds you that there is a purpose beyond the struggles and that even in your darkest moments, you are not alone. It anchors you, keeping you steady when everything else is in flux. Faith also empowers you to take bold action. When you believe in something greater than yourself, you are more willing to step out of your comfort zone and take risks. Faith gives you the courage to pursue your dreams, even when the journey is uncertain. It encourages you to follow your passion, trust your instincts, and take chances knowing that, regardless of the outcome, you are supported by something larger than yourself. This kind of faith is what enables people to do extraordinary things, whether it's starting a business, taking on a new challenge, or simply making the decision to push through the fears that hold them back. With faith, you are not paralyzed by fear of failure, but empowered by the knowledge that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Faith helps you maintain a positive outlook on life. It encourages you to focus on possibilities rather than limitations, on solutions rather than problems. When you have faith, you see the world through a lens of hope, believing that, no matter what happens, things will work out for the best. It transforms your mindset, shifting your attention away from the negative aspects of life and redirecting it toward the opportunities that lie ahead. Faith teaches you that setbacks are not permanent, and every obstacle is simply another chance to grow and improve. When you live with faith, you also develop a deep sense of gratitude for the present moment. You learn to appreciate the small victories, the quiet moments of peace, and the connections with others that bring joy to your life. Faith helps you recognize the blessings that exist, even in the most challenging times. It brings you back to a place of humility, reminding you that you are part of a much larger story. This perspective encourages you to cherish each moment, knowing that each experience, whether good or bad, has meaning and value. Faith also fosters a sense of community and connection. When you believe in something greater than yourself, you become part of a larger network of people who share that belief. This sense of shared purpose and belonging provides comfort and support during times of hardship. It reminds you that you are never truly alone, even when it feels like you are. Faith connects you to others who are on a similar journey, offering a sense of solidarity and encouragement. This community can be a source of strength, helping you stay grounded and motivated, even when the challenges you face seem insurmountable. The strength and direction that faith provides are not just external forces, they also come from within. Faith helps you tap into your own potential, reminding you of your own worth and abilities. It pushes you to keep going, even when the road is tough, and to trust that you have the resilience to overcome whatever obstacles may come your way. Faith is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when it feels like the world is trying to hold you back. Faith is a source of both strength and direction because it provides a foundation that is rooted in something deeper than yourself. It gives you the courage to face life's challenges with a sense of purpose and determination. It empowers you to take risks, trust the process, and move forward, even when the future seems uncertain. And it reminds you that you are never alone on your journey. There is always a higher power guiding you, providing strength when you need it most, and directing you toward the path that is meant for you. With faith, you can conquer any challenge, embrace any opportunity, and find peace in the knowledge that you are supported by something greater than yourself.